What is up? Alright, we're getting started. Let me see real quick because I think it brings me to... So we're just getting the stream started here, and a few things are different this time. Hold on, let me just go to youtube.com and see the... Okay, hold on. My mic doesn't seem to be working. Hello? 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 I don't know if the mic... I don't know if my mic is working. But let me see if it's... Hello? No. Alright, man. Hello? Hello? Is my mic working? Hello? 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 Like I said, I don't know if my mic sounds a bit loud. Hold on. Hello? 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 It looks like it's very loud, but I can't tell, honestly. And for some reason, my video didn't get uploaded for some reason. So I don't know what's going on here. So hold on, let me see how this sounds real quick. Tell, honestly. Testing. And for some reason, my video... I don't know if it's working or not, so we will just have to see. So, without further ado, let us get started. The cycles to Janine. So if you've seen the last stream, you've already seen what's going on with the site. And I think by tomorrow, the last stream should be up. I don't know why it isn't up. But yeah. So we are working with the site here, and we are trying to make sure this gets updated, in which there's nothing there, which is kind of awkward. Hold on. I think something in the code messed it up. Set favorites. Favorites, we're doing that, and then... Oh, we set favorites to that. We pass on favorites through here. So say we unlike this, and here, so wait, if I do like it, does it update this? 349, hello? Oh, the whole thing is messed up, that's why. So hold on, let me refresh this. So let me do this. Let me fix that. We have none. So we start settings. So say we favorite this. And then we skip and we favorite this. So in our thing here, we don't have any. That doesn't make sense. If I unfavorite this, it messes that up, which I understand. Okay, hold on. So in the code, we have to... Oh my gosh. So... remove favorite song. That's 2. Remove favorite song here. So we gotta do what? What is it? We gotta do this, I think. Where is it? I'm so at a loss here. Woof, 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 woof. Woof, 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 woof. Where did the thing go? Don't we have a... Where is it in here? So we gotta do it like this. Remove this. So do it like that. And then that there. Put that there. So on the site, you could ignore that. On the site, when we refresh, it should be normal. So start with settings. We do this. Hello, did it favorite? What happened? Start with settings. We favorite it. New favorites dot replace is not a function. Hello. Maybe. Oh, okay. Hold on. I think I know. So in the code, we can't do it with this. Hold on. I gotta go get my dog. Oh my god, my dog was being annoying. Alright, so let me try this again. Wait, hold on. My mouse is... Alright, so let's try this again. So we do this. So we say we... So say we favorite the song, and we did. And then we unfavorite it. Favorite the song. Say we do that, we unfavorite this. Alright, but does that update in here though? No, it doesn't even update in here. How come it doesn't even update in here? Our code is supposed to do that. So our code is supposed to update. So we add update phone. Where is it? Update phone favorites. We're supposed to do this. For some reason, why is it not running that code? Here's update phone favorites. Oh, okay, so I think it's when so when I do this, hold on, let me just remove this. I keep hitting it by accident. So when I do this, when I do that, it should be updated. Not even, huh? How so? Song ID update phone favorites. I don't understand this. Because it's supposed to update here, but in the code, it doesn't want to do that. So we update favorites if favorites equals this, in which it shouldn't. Oh, wait, if it's empty, we do this set such equals yes, and then we do that. So, and then what's the other thing it does? It says, so when we like a song, when we add to favorites, we update phone favorites, and then is it doing this also? Update favorites? I don't think we need this to be updated here, so we update favorites. Add favorites gift, so it updates phone favorites there. But then it should, let me see, hold on. Oh wait, that's there. So this updates favorites, gets cookie favorites, update favorites. So when we remove favorite song, it's updating favorites to get the cookie and then document data replace. So in which it's update favorites here. So let me see here. We'll do update. $244 favorites. Well, that doesn't make sense. Okay, so something here isn't making sense because favorites right now is this. So on the site, it keeps playing. On the site, I favorite this, it gets added. So it gets added to favorites, and then it doesn't add it to the database, in which that's the issue. And it doesn't seem to be getting, and it runs update phone favorites. Update phone favorites. But the issue with this is that phone favorites is, hold on. Let me do this. So if favorites equals this and cookie favorites. Hello there, awesome cat 3345 the awesomest. What's up? Then we can do this. Else, me try this. How's it going? Just working on a coding site here, programming things. So if I do this, so if I favorite that, my console adds it there, and then here it should update, and it doesn't. How come? How come it doesn't update? It's because cookie favorites. But cookie favorites, if favorites equals empty, and cookie favorites equals empty. This doesn't make sense here. So this is basically if favorites is empty, which this is, because in our code it's empty, or in our table it's empty, and then cookie favorites is empty. So let me just do, so if I do this on a song, and pause it, if I like the song, what do we get back? Hello, Giovanna Lozano. What's up? How you doing? So we do get this, but it doesn't update in here. Does it? No, it doesn't update. Did I do the set favorites? Did I do it wrong? Set favorites. Hello, Barrett. Barrett? I don't know. Is that your name? I'm sorry for butchering it. What's up? How you all doing today? Hope everyone's doing well today. Update phone, set favorites equal to favorites. Let me just test this real quick. But it doesn't. So it doesn't do the, it doesn't do this, but does it do this? It does do that, but it doesn't update the, is it because of this? And then let me check the table, because this should have it here, and it doesn't. Why? Oh, SQL2 update phone set favorites equal to favorites. Where best was that in? Connected equals connected passcode. Trying to see if I spelled it all correctly. Why is it not set favorites? This doesn't make sense, because if I do, like, let me show the code real quick. I mean, let me try doing this. So and then let me see what this returns, because and then let me just see if this runs in the query here. So this, in retrospect, should run, but if it doesn't, then So it does run. It does run, but it's not... Huh? What? Update phone set favorites equal to this, where passcode is that and connected equals that. Yes. So if it update phone set query. That doesn't make sense. Let me refresh this. Maybe this is messing it up? Something with this? Because some of this doesn't even make sense here. So if I do this, it should theoretically be there. It is. So why was it... Thank you. Alright, thank you. So if I like this, it loads. So if I like this, it should technically be added here. So let me see this. 436 57. What is up with my... Five seven. What? Something's messed up here. Oh, it's this. So I don't even need to do that here in the code because it's already changing. So let me look at this real quick. So refresh this. Let's double check with this. So I unlike this. Say I unlike that, unlike that, unlike this, unlike this, unlike this, and then unlike this. And okay, it just takes a second. So if I do, yo, ain't this the guy who re-uploads Vines? I used to. I mean, 4 or 5 years ago. Vine's gone now, so. But I mean, I did make my own Vines too. But it's whatever. So there's that. And then if we go here, this should just say 1. It should just say 20. Alright, that's good. Thank you for your service. Oh, thank you. No pleasure. I mean, or no, I don't know. It wasn't much work, really. I did make Vines, and my Vines did get popular. But, I miss Vine a lot. Ever since Vine died, I never really went anywhere else, because it was kind of like, well... Because Vine was like, you could do so much with just 6 or 7 seconds. Now it's like, if you want to do this, you gotta make it longer videos. TikTok was never something I bothered with. Like TikTok musically, I did not care for. 10 viewers, oh my goodness. Thanks for everyone. I think I like streaming on YouTube a lot better than Twitch. Because I get more viewers on YouTube, and it's more interaction. I love it. Twitch, it's kind of awkward. This site sucks. Well, you know, it does, and I'm working on making it better right now, because that's what it's doing. I am one of the 10. Well, thank you. Andrea Garcia. I am working on making it better. So, welcome to the makeover, I guess. If you want to see what the site currently looks like, let me show you. Because it's really ugly. Look, this is what it currently looks like. This site sucks. I will tell you that. This site sucks. Now, if you compare this to this, I think it's a lot better. It is definitely a lot better. But, you know, everything's it takes little steps. So, it's all baby steps at this point. And, you know, it's progress. We're making progress. So, I don't really care if you think it sucks, because I think it doesn't. And I think it's gonna do good. So where were we? So we fixed that. So now we gotta work on this, in which I think this would be better to test off this browser. We gotta test this on a different browser, because since I'm using the same, since I'm using Chrome, or not Chrome, Brave, which is Chrome based, it's it's like the cookies share the same, so I gotta switch it up, because it'll mess it up, like mess things up. But yeah. And so what I'm excited for this channel, I think for my YouTube channel, is like, I think I'm gonna stream a lot more on YouTube than I will be doing on anything else, like compared to like Twitch or anything. What the heck does this look like here? Unindexed volume. Look. Why does this look so weird on here? Oh, you can't see. Okay, hold on. What is this? This I can change. Let me change this. So, this, so you can see this one. So this is the one that I'm trying to work on, and don't know what it's doing here, so we're just going to switch it to Chrome, because I need to see if oh wait, let me refresh this. Hold on. There. Okay, there. Oh no. Close that. The I'm sorry video is mainly just for like not uploading a lot this year, because I did have plans to upload like a lot more this year, and I really didn't. And like it's just like a sort of like clickbait, because you know I just wanted people to see, because I mean I do a million update videos the past 2-3 years, and I didn't want to name it update video, because you know 2 months ago, no, not even, like 7 months ago, there was another update video, and you know things happen, and I didn't really it was just for like what I wanted to do with the channel coming 2021, and what expectations I think I want to do and try and do. So it's mainly that. Other than that, it's just mainly clickbait. I'll admit it was clickbait. So was the thumbnail. I did that purposely. I don't know. I'm not a YouTuber, so playing with the YouTube algorithm is kind of funny. This really looks weird on Firefox mobile, but something else doesn't show up here, and I don't know why. I'm trying to see if it has to do with what is it doing? It's not Hold on, it's not asking if we're logged in. So if and then else. Oh, okay, I see. Alright, hold on. I see where this went wrong. It has to be like this. So like that. Alright. So let me move this into a different browser. So, and then let me close this tab because this tab isn't needed. So the way this will work, look at this. That's wrong. This one. So you go here, you get your phone code, and you'll copy it, whatever. You can regenerate a new one. You can check the connection. It says connected, but we're gonna create a new one. So we'll create a new code here, check connection, it's not connected. Bad. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna go back to this, we're gonna enter the code, like right there, connect it. I have to fix this, but hold on. Does it not do something? Hold on. Because it should set the cookies. And it doesn't look like... Where do you check cookies on? Oh, it's right here. Sets favorites. I don't know why it's BR. Like that. But it doesn't... If I hit connect, it doesn't create the cookie for it. Why is that? Connect to phone. Does it say it's connected in here? Let me check. It says it's connected, but it doesn't, because they'll say it's connected, but it doesn't work here. Because it doesn't set a cookie for some reason. So hold on, let me check the code real quick. So let me show that. Oh, that's the wrong one. This one. So when we check the code, we check if this is set, but connect phone, connect phone down. Hold on, it might be this. What are you coding in? Basic, like HTML, PHP, JavaScript, jQuery, CSS, some APIs that I've been using. But, it's a basic standard website. Yeah, someone told me to use React, React.js. I plan on using React for a different project. I need to pick up back on it, but yeah. Okay. Hold on, my dog wants to be let back in, I think. Alright, I am back. Alright, so let's see. So we connect to phone, and then we hit connect to phone. Passcode. So the thing. Okay, so the thing here is we don't actually set the cookie. So we gotta do document. Yeah, I mean, my dog outside is right over there. Like, it's not that far. And my dog was at the door, so I didn't have to wait for my dog to just come, like, back in. Hi, Yeon? Yeon? What's up? How you doing? So we gotta do it like this. So this should work here. And then, so when we go back to the thing here, it should work. So if I hit connect, let me double check the. Is there a way to refresh this? Yeah. So we refresh this and it's connected. This, I don't know why it's setting favorites to. Hold on. Why is it setting favorites? Get favorites, replace. So in the code, it's setting get favorites. Well, we don't. Alright, let's not do this yet. We don't need that yet. Because favorites should be empty. Okay, so here. So on the site, we have this. So say, so there's that. So let me refresh this. Because our favorites should be across. So let me see. So our favorites is here. So let me check something. If I hit this, look at this. So I don't know why that's like that. What's going on? Nice shirt, thank you. It's a standard shirt. So we start with setting. Hold on, it takes a second. Hello. Okay, I guess we don't have settings. I don't know. That's weird. Okay, so we pause this. Alright, so we say we favorite the song. It's right here. We go here. We go here. And our two favorite songs are right there. That's good. So now we go here. Hit this. It should. Okay, hold on. Alright. Does this not update? It didn't update for some reason. What's up, the below? It didn't update for some reason, and I don't know why. And this is what we're here to fix. So, there is so many special characters that coding really isn't, for me, it isn't that hard. Like, you get used to certain things. There isn't, it's hard to say because I've been coding for 7 years. So I don't know how to explain how difficult it is for someone who hasn't been coding. I think from a standpoint of mom's playing with the dog. I think from the standpoint of like just jumping in from not knowing anything, I think it is very hard. And that is for me like how it is to learn a new programming language, but I just watch a lot of tutorials. I do a lot of projects on my own. And I don't know. But that's usually how I do things. If you want to get into it, W3 Schools is a good site to definitely start getting into it. because W3 Schools definitely is like a starter site for learning. I often use it a lot for various things, and then same thing with Stack Overflow is a good site, a good community site that you can get answers for certain questions for programming things. But I don't know. I can't really answer that because I've been programming for so long. Alright, so I need to figure out why this isn't uploading or else isn't working here. So when we connect, we get the favorites. Oh wait, we need to do this. So we update, hold on, update favorites. What does this do? Update favorites set. So do we have something called get favorites? Oh my god, get favorites. Do we not have it here? Why did I name this get favorites 2? Maybe it's on this. Oh, get favorites here. So we get favorites, and we run that every 5 seconds. Yeah, have a nice day too. You too. Update favorites. So update favorites gets this. Favorites, cookie funker, post favorites. How do we post favorites if we don't have them? Oh, that makes sense. So update favorites doesn't do anything. Get favorites. This doesn't make sense here. Get favorites. We run this. Get favorites. We can't run this because we don't have favorites to begin with. Because technically on here, when you load this up, where is it? When you load this up, and you're not connected, you don't have any favorites. But your favorites are on the site, are on here. So until you're connected, it won't have any favorites, and it has the favorites saved in here. Are these still the same? No, that's unfortunate. So they're gone, but I had to re-add them. So the issue with that, thank you, the below. Thank you, appreciate that. So the issue that we have here is that it's trying to update favorites when we don't have any. Because update favorites, we're trying to post them, but we don't have them. We should actually be doing this instead. So this should be, I don't think we have a get for it. No. This should be get favorites. Get favorites. And then we gotta do that. So we gotta do this, hold on. And then we gotta do, well, the phone code will already be saved, so we gotta create a new file. So get favorites. And essentially, which one could we close this? We might need that. No, we could close this. Hello, Just Daily. What's up? How you doing? We could close. Oh wait, we might need this. We could close. So basically, we'll just need to do this. Put it here. instead of this, we need to do this, and then favorites are here. So we set favorites. I'm not sure exactly about this, so I'll just see. So let's just see real quick. And so if I refresh this, let me see where this is. So if I connect it, what is this for? Same site. I don't know why it's doing this. So it's not working exactly, in which I don't know why. Is it because of this? It might be because of this. Oh my god. Dude, I hate this. What? Come on. Alright, so let me try this instead. So, yeah, you have a nice day too. Thanks for stopping by. So let me delete this, refresh this. So, if I refresh this, and I hit connected, come on, please show up here. It gets this. How come? Let's see more. It just returns this. Okay, so is it because these are gone? They're gone. How come they're gone? Why are they gone? So let's look at the code and see why they disappeared. Get favorites. Get favorites. Oh, well, hold on. Let me try again because it should be working now. So let me refresh this. Connected, and then let's see. Connected. Okay, so we do need this. So let's add that code back in. Let's refresh this. Connected. Okay, so it is there. So it is working there. But what song is this? This song is in my favorites, so it should. Oh, it does show up. It's right here. Interesting. So if I undo this, view my favorites on here. Unfavoriting doesn't change it. So let me look at that Y. Add Y in the code. So when we unfavorite a song, remove from favorites to favorites attribute. What do we do? Because we send command. Let me. What is? Okay, so this on click send command 6, like it should. So send command 6, remove from favorites. Get cookie, document cookie favorites. If favorite array includes split string attribute ID. Get cookie favorites. So let me. Why does it? Oh, is it supposed so? When we do this, we also need to remove it from the database too. So when we do it like in here, remove favorites. So we update favorites with the new cookie. So we gotta do it like this essentially here, but with here instead. So like with that, and then we take rid of this. We update favorites, and when we do remove from favorites, should do this here. So technically this should work. So let me refresh this. Let me look at my cookies. And let's delete it real quick. Refresh the site, refresh this. And then it should work, theoretically. Alright, so it does work there. So if I unfavorite this, does it update? It doesn't work right. I don't know why. Remove from favorites. Sun command 5, it does that. What does it do in here? So on here, it removes everything. So that means there's an issue with the code here. With the remove from favorites. Is it because there's no... I don't know. I do not know. Because if I do, was it 20 and 157? If I do that, that was 257. So if I do that, the site's gonna update here. It should update, unless this updates. I already dropped the dog in once. Undefined favorites when we do update. So that's undefined. Hold on, I gotta bring my dog back in. My mom got it. So it says undefined variable favorites when we do update favorites. What's up, Conan? What's up? So update favorites. Oh, okay, this makes sense. Nothing's much going on with me, just coding. This should work now. So hold on. Refresh this. I hit connected. Get connected for free. Education connection. Connected. Alright, that gets fixed. This can get deleted. Alright, so if I unlike this, ooh, it unlikes it there. Now the real thing is, Does it unlike it in here? Should just say 20. Yes. But my other question is, this needs to update now. So when we send a command here, it's supposed to do the same thing here. So let's like this again. Double check in here. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. Let's can I get a meatball sub? Alright. My monitor! Oh no! Hold on. My monitor got disconnected on accident. But I'm back. We back. Oh. Appreciate all the love from everyone today. We had, what, I think a peak of 8 viewers. We had 13 likes on this. Insane. Thank you guys for watching the stream. Appreciate y'all. So what we need to do, so the thing is, in our code, let me show. We have this thing in our code for when we get a command. So when we get a command, it looks like this from the phone. So now we need to do if command sent equals 6, we do, hold on, what do we do? We get 5? Huh? What is 5? 5 is adding, so update favorites. So 5 is adding favorites, hold on. So we're adding to favorites again. Okay, so we need to update add favorites. So we do this, and then we need to do this, and where we do update remove favorites. So we do this, and where we do function. And I think we could do the same thing here, where we get favorites, and we could do this. And where, when we get favorites, we could just encode, when we get this, we could just get the same thing. So, was it get favorites? Is that here? Or is that here? Yeah, it's right here. So we could just literally copy this and put it here. So, when we do that, update remove. So hold on, if we do this, on this, let me double check something though. Which one is it? This one. So, this is how it looks, or this is how it works. So we're gonna start with this. Look, so if we like this, we're gonna, let's refresh the actual site. Because this is how we're gonna do it. If we start with the settings, it's going to look like this. So say we like the song. We hit like. It should, on this end, like the song as well. Let me see. Does it work? Let's see. add note. Oh, yeah, it sent command 5. And did it not run that script of... What was that script? It's supposed to run the script. Update add. No, wait. Update favorites. 257. Hello? Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. So this doesn't make... So, okay. Now it makes sense. So update add favorites. Alright, so it makes sense on why it didn't work. This gets the cookies from here. Update. Oh wait, this is just supposed to be update favorites. And then, hold on. Because I think we just need to do it like this in the code here. So we do this in the code, and I refresh this. This is gonna change. So look at this. So when we start with settings, so if we favorite this on this screen here, it should be favorited. So let me double check our settings. It did not do that. How come? It says localhost get favorite not found. Alright. So that has to do with the code. At least we know. So get favorite. So we gotta do with it php/get. So we gotta fix this. So hold on. This is gonna be golden. So we do this. On the site, say we favorite the song. Let me check my cookies, make sure. Oh, it gets favorited. View my favorites. It's here. So now all we gotta do is update this. So when it gets the favorite, it updates this. If I remove this, should update on here. Should update on here, technically. Let me double check if it's... No, it's still on the favorites. Why? Hello? Why is this still here? If I unlike it, it needs to update the favorites. So, if I do on the code, when I do remove from favorites song to here, this is here. We need to do this, but then we need to do this. So we need to do, oh, you can't see it, but it'll be this compose slash update favorites .php with the thing with my favorites too, and then we'll do function, and then it'll have what, data to it, so data, and then we'll do document.cookies favorites equals blank data plus this path equals this. I believe we got to do this. Are we back? stream kind of died real quick, but that's alright. So we gotta do like this, and then, so on the site now, if I refresh, it should, if I unlike one of these, it should update in our, here. So, oh. Okay, hold on. I gotta... No, I don't want that. Alright, hold on. I gotta fix this. So 20. So I do this. So if I unlike this, it does that. And now it should be also in here. It only says 20. Alright, bet. So if I play this on the site on here, if I like this on here, it should get it. It does get it. I view my favorites, it's there. So look, no problem. I view my favorites, it's there. This still has to update. I still gotta code that in. But I view my favorites, it's there. If I unlike this, it should change on the table end. So yeah, it does. It changes here. So we did it. We legit did it. The only thing we have to finish is this. So when this, like if I like it from the phone, this needs to change because it's gonna show up here. Like it takes a few seconds, obviously, because it's got to make the connection. But look at that. Your favorites is literally cross-browser. Let me double check something real quick. So if I refresh, I view my favorites there. If I do this, create a new code, and then check my favorites. Alright, my favorites are still there because this is from the cookie, right? Let me refresh and double check. Because I don't want your favorites to be gone because it's not connected. Because it's not connected here. So if I refresh this, again, it's not connected here, and that is because there's a cookie set for it. So this, I don't know why it's doing this. Does it work on your toaster though? Hey, if your toaster has website capabilities of accessing the internet, it just might work. I cannot, I don't know. I mean, it just might work. So the way we have to fix this issue is this. So if whenever I hit new code, intuitive, very intuitive. I mean, it's a simple control, remote control. It's it's for this site. So it's basically like, oh, if you want to play, it's basically like a phone, but I mean, it's not revolutionary. It's been made. I don't know. I don't think it's revolutionary. Toaster musics. I don't think it's revolutionary. I think it's just different, but it's definitely, I mean, simply like, you could play your music from your phone, like, to another speaker, and you can control it from your phone. So that's essentially how this site is working. Because it doesn't work on mobile, so the way I solved that is like, oh, since it doesn't work on mobile devices, you know, I'll just create a remote control for the mobile devices, because it's kind of a waste for, like, if it doesn't work on mobile, I need to do something, because it's a big market that I would be missing. So this was my, yeah, I know, I just feel like explaining, because a lot of people are like, they get fussy about certain things. So what was I showing? It was this. So whenever we create a new connection, we need to make sure these say no. So in this, our last tag was CG6ST. So if that is in here, and let me delete these because these shouldn't say yes. Yeah, like it really is a strong one. If you don't like nowadays, if you create something and you don't have a phone app for it, people don't care, and that's the hard part about creating. Like I like to create things, but at the same time, it's like I'm only one person, and it's tough sometimes, and it's I don't know. Like the thing is with creating an app is way tougher than creating an actual website, I would say. Mainly because I'm not that much of an app developer, like phone app developer. I'm not very much of one. So, but I think like the time and effort for it is very difficult. So what we gotta do in our code is basically say, so up here we check if the passcode is existing, no, and is yes. So what we're saying here, yeah, that's like what a lot of companies have though, is like they have teams for, say, like, depending on what the thing is, like if it's an app, they'll have, say, I mean, I don't know, some applications like not Visual Studio, Android developer, whatever, Android Studio, they have it where sometimes it'll convert what you coded into both apps or something like that. But yeah, like iOS apps and Android apps are, yeah, that's what I plan to do. Like with this site, depending on how things go after I push out these changes and everything gets changed up, I want to see how it'll go, and then depending on how things are, I will take it further. I will update the UI yet again, possibly 8 months. Next 8 months, I'll update it again, and then hopefully, depending on how things go, maybe build an app for it. But I don't know. It's one of those things that I don't know about. But yeah. So the issue is if is set. So we gotta do this up here. Android and Windows seem very compatible. Android and Windows are complete, like they're sort of different things. Android's mostly for phones. Windows is kind of browser based or desk laptops. Like I know Android, you could say there's a Chromebook. Look, it's my dog. Look at this. Puppy. Look at this puppy. Huh? What's up? Hey. Go. I want to ask for you. She didn't even close the door. How rude. Yeah, OS is different. Yeah. Apple OS is very, like iOS. It's a tough thing to hit. That's why Android and Windows are most popular amongst things. If both, I keep the chat delay is very late, so I'm responding to things that were, because my dog just left. But if both run HTML5 on a Chrome, I mean, yeah, it should run HTML5. If not, then the Chrome is outdated. App compatibility. But the thing is, like, even having just an app for just Android, it would still be a big market. Because Android is one of Android versus iOS is always the question. I would say, like, if I had to take my site into an app, I would use Android rather than iOS, because iOS is more strict, whereas Android it's less strict. They still have strong policies, but it's less strict with how you can add and create an app. It's easier to upload an app, easier to make. The developer kit is only $25, and I've already paid for it, and you get it for life. The iOS developer kit's $100. That's kind of outrageous, but yeah, I'm gonna try and get back into this code though. So if it is set, we do need to do this though. Let's do this. SQL. Well, yeah, because Android's open. Android's open source. That's why they support a lot of the larger market, because it's open source. Whereas iOS is I don't know if this is the correct word, sole proprietary, where like the it's pretty much like its own thing. Like you can't really do much else with iOS. It's kind of like iOS is what it is. Android, it's basically like Linux. You can do whatever you want with it. 3 a.m. Jesus Christ, that's a long time. All right, get your sleep. Thanks for talking. Appreciate ya. Select all. Where? Oh wait, we could just do this. If it's greater than this, what else? We could do this. Because we're gonna do this anyways here. So we do this, it should work. So here. So on this page, now it loads here. So now we can load it in with the new code. So check connection, it's not connected. We put this in, we're connected. So if I refresh this, view my favorites. If I do this on here, I believe this will update with my favorites automatically saved to it. No, it doesn't. Interesting. So we need to do that, where we set it so the favorites in our settings, because I believe we have the settings here too, right? So we need to set it so our settings also get pushed through, because unless they're already here. No. So we need to push our settings and our favorites there. So in our code, we need to do how are we gonna do this? How am I gonna do this? Because when music player, when you hit start, if you hit these two here, start settings. Start with settings. We're gonna our phone code updates, right? Yeah. So our phone code gets updated. So we're gonna create a new thing. We're gonna say push setting push new values, and push new values is going to be here, as well as hold on. I don't think I can show this part, because we're gonna do this. Push new values is gonna function. Push new values is gonna. Good morning. It's almost 6 p.m. for me. I do not know how to say your name. Good morning to you. It is the afternoon for me, late evening, I'll say. But thanks for that. Good morning. Working on a site here, so push new values, and then when we do the where is it in the code? Artist chosen. We're also gonna do this here. So that gets that, and then this remove artist. Not that. I think this would be it, and then we gotta do this. So in our code now, I can show the code. In our code, we can do this. So we'll do this. We can just do this dot post, and we'll do. We won't do load. We'll do update. So we'll do update connection settings.php. So we're gonna do this php/update connection settings.php, and we could just do if we ever needed to. Here we're gonna do this settings. And then here we're going to do favorites. So that way, whenever you go on a site, it'll automatically update. Yeah, so there's that. So we do this. We gotta do this here. Where to go? Add that there. So now we do this. We need this. Phone code equals this. I don't think you can have the same phone code, so I don't know. SQL equals update phone set. How do we have this in our thing? We're gonna set music settings equal to settings. I think it's comma favorites equals to favorites where passcode equals phone code. Hello, big boy cheese. What's up? What's poppin'? Alright, so if we do this on the site now, on here, so since we're connected, these should update here with our values. So if I refresh, it should be updating with our values here. So say we start with settings. Well, what's it doing? I don't know why I did that. It should have just... How does it say settings are not enabled? What? How? Does it clear? Does something here clear the settings? Did my favorites get cleared also? No, they didn't. So here, my favorites should still be here. Alright, they do. But what here clears it? I don't know, something here clears the setting. But that doesn't make sense. So, alright, so what we need to do now in the code is this. What happened here? So in the code, what we need to do now is when we like, or where's our code here? When the command is sent, so command sent, here, we're gonna update new favorites. So we need to do this, and we need to do this. So we need to also check if in favorites. So it's gonna essentially be like this right here. What will be like? It'll be like this. But get favorites. So it'll be like get favorites, right? But get favorites has an ID though. We don't have a include song ID to string. Alright, so hold on. So when we do update new favorites, how do we have how do we do this now? Because we don't have an ID when we send it. We have... Let me... Hold on. If we do something like this, favorite, right, we don't have favorite. We'll do this, because... Well, we have to do it here. I have no idea who this person is or what is happening, but... Hello, Marley Saldana. I'm a programmer, developer, designer, not really designer, but web builder. I'm programming a website right now. Thanks for stopping by. Hello. If you have any questions, let me know. Feel free to just chill. I usually, today is very like a test stream for YouTube. It's been going good so far, so I don't know, if maybe I'll continue it depending on, how things are with YouTube. I usually do it on Twitch, but I am unsure on Twitch lately, because Twitch isn't that the best, I would say. So it certainly has been challenging. Includes ID to string. Oh, I know how we can get that. We can get this dynamically. Because we can get this through doing this. So on our site, we get this. So we can get our ID. So we do this. We do dot favorite, and then we do dot attribute d, like that. So now hopefully this works. So on the site, as it reloads, on the on here, we're gonna do the start with the settings. So if I like the song from the controller, hopefully this lights up. Aha, and it stays lit up. Now if I unlike it, the question is, does it stay unliked? Does it, aha, like it? Takes a second. View my favorites. And then if I unlike it, it unlikes here. Takes a second. And it gets unliked. If I like it here, it should show up here. Look. Wrong one. It should show up here. So if I unlike it here, it should not show up there. Takes a few seconds. Does it? I don't, what? I don't think I have that added in there then. Because it should work there, because that's the way I have it. Let me try. So I like it. There. Say I unlike it. No, it doesn't go there. Alright, so hold on. So let me check the code for that. Because the code for that should work. Let's see here. Update favorites. We can essentially do this here. Because if we update the favorites, remove from favorites, then it runs update favorites. When we say here, so if we send, hold on. What is it? It's supposed to do something here. Get favorites, get favorites. Oh, okay. I know what it's doing. And I think, hold on. Let me refresh this. So it does get it here, but the settings, it doesn't get the settings. Which, wait, if I hit song settings, does it get it? No, it doesn't get it. How come? Do we have song settings? We have song settings. Where are they at though? Oh, this says update favorites is not defined. Remove favorite song. Update favorites is not defined. Oh, okay, so in our code, hold on. Get push new values. Do we need cookie settings favorites? Push new values. Alright, hold on. Update favorites is not defined. Where is that being called from? Remove favorite song. Update favorites. That I think would be update new favorites. So hold on, let me try this now. Cause oops. So here, when I unlike this video, or unlike the song, should update here. Aha. It does. And then if I like it, oh, we've already established that this works. Hold on. But we're trying to see if this works now. So if I unlike it from the site, it needs to unfavorite. Alrighty. Anyways. So, like this. So I like it. Does it update? Hello? Okay. And then I unlike it. Keep saying update favorites is not defined, even though I've already... Let me refresh this. So let me do this. So I do this, start with settings. It'll do this. So I like the song. It should show up there. So I unlike the song. Oh no, it doesn't. Remove from favorites doesn't work. Why? How come? So I unlike the song and it doesn't work. Maybe I don't need this. So I do this. I like the song. It gets added. I unlike it. Alright. Oh wait. This doesn't get updated. So this needs to get... What? 549, so 576. So this doesn't get updated, does it? Because our database shows 576. In which it shouldn't. Maybe we need to do this. So in our code, we say push new values. Maybe we should do this. So like this. So if I refresh this, because now I see where this is having issues. So get this. I like this. It goes there. On the other site, it should show it. Let me see. Yep, it shows it. So I unlike this. It should not be here. It should say 546494. Okay, so we fixed it because it doesn't show now. Because look at this. So I like it. Takes a second. Few seconds. And then I unlike it. Again, takes a few seconds. And it disappears. So there. And then same thing if I like it here. It shows up on this site. Where is it? It shows up here. And then it also shows up here. But if I unlike it, it also unlikes it from here. So it works. And that's gonna be it for the stream. I don't know, I won't be streaming tomorrow, but I want to say thank you guys for stopping by. Catch you all in the next stream.